Hello and welcome everyone who's watching now, watching later on. Tonight's live stream, or in the morning, whenever you're watching, Fighting Dinos. That's the name of the game. Hopefully we're going to be killing a bunch of stuff here. Going pretty much all in on the fighting aspect of things. Go over some of those changes quickly before we jump into the matches here. Hopefully it's not against too much control tonight. I did face quite a bit Azorius today. It was a rough go at times, but that's how it is. Rough matchup for us. All right, as always, Commune, fantastic. Always lovely having a bunch of nice dinos, really to just smooth things out. Always something to hit in most cases. Of course, Marauding, Hunt Master. Inscription of Abundance, that is our first fight spell. Now, a lot of times might be cast for 2, one of those modes, but with the increased land count, pretty good chance we're getting to 5 at the very least. Saving something by putting the counters on, if it's a trade in combat, gaining life when the opponent thinks they have lethal. Fighting, of course, there's a lot of options. It's a pretty good Swiss Army knife for a spell. Arni Slays the Troll, basically the same as Inscription of Abundance, but all the different modes are staggered. We do get that ramp of red on the second counter, so that can actually come into play quite a bit. Plus the 2 counters as well. More power, that usually helps get things done. Sometimes we may be casting this without a creature on the opponent's side just to prepare for the following turn with a ramp and the counters. Might help us cast a Galta perhaps. Various things, various options. So that could be some way we use it. Hopefully we fight something, but yeah. Wayward Swordtooth, as always. Fantastic stuff. And of course Arni Slays the Troll, being a permanent. Vitor, how's it going? How's it going? Trying to bring the heat tonight with these fighting spells. It's getting pretty cold outside. Gonna get down to minus 35 Celsius with the wind chill. Yikes. So hopefully we get it done here, at least. Ripjaw Raptor, just because we're leaning a little bit more towards the fighting aspect of things, so we can take advantage, draw some more stuff if we use him as the target. Regisaur Alpha, nothing much to say about that guy. Fantastic. Going all in on the Carnage Tyrant tonight, just because I face so much control. Some of those new additions, especially from Neon Dynasty, that's been rough. It's certainly nice seeing control get some more good additions, but I think for now we really want something hard to deal with. So Carnage Tyrant it is. Of course, 1 Galta. Had her at 2, might tick it up to 3, but really needed to make some space for these fantastic fight spells. Mana base is lowered a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Rampaging Frostodon, as always. Deathgorge Scavenger, stopping that graveyard stuff. Anger of the Gods. Oh, and I also forgot to mention the counters from Arni or Inscription could help us save a Hunt Master, Marauding Raptor, maybe even Rampaging Frostodon, or Deathgorge Scavenger from being killed by our sweeper of choice for tonight, Anger of the Gods. Now I was using Storm's Wrath, 2 and 2 red, deal 4 damage to everything, creatures and planeswalkers. But it felt like overkill, and sometimes we really want to be casting the sweeper on turn 3. Can't cast Storm's Wrath with 3 mana, but you can cast Anger of the Gods. That turn 3 oftentimes has been important, so I think Anger is maybe the better choice. Shifting, I mean, of course, facing all those control decks, gotta have that guy in, definitely. All right, do have 2 packs of Neon Dynasty to open up. Try and at least get a couple every day. At least one, just start the stream off. Well, we're not making Samurai. Samurai Dinos would be pretty cool. Alright, something we can use. A wild card. Oh. Well, that's something. March of Reckless Joy has an additional cost to cast it, exile any number of red cards. Well, it's probably not going to be good for us since we only have a few. We lean much more into green, so I don't think I'd probably want this. Exile the top X cards. Not really something we're looking for. That's all right. The packs were free, so you gotta love that. All right, jump right into things. Fighting Dinos. Let's get her done. I mean, even if it is some control matchup, it's always good handing them a loss, but we're going to watch out for, well, this card specifically. That was rough last night and today. Man, it is a good counter spell. My gosh. Oh, Yoguchio 317, fantastic stuff. Thanks for joining me when it's so early. It's a good time, as always. Watching now. If you gotta leave at any point, it's always up pretty much right afterwards. But that is not a hand I'm looking to keep. Well, that's much better. Definitely. That first one was very, very awkward. Send Forest to the bottom. Want to, well, hopefully get Carnage Tyrant. Certainly could have gone Rockfall Vale first instead because we didn't have any turn 2 plays anyways, but something is a Shockland would have had to come down, would have had to take a shock, unfortunately. So we'll try for the Hunt Master, save Arni Slays the Troll. Perhaps they got a 1/1 that we can fight with it. At the very least, we'll probably go Arni next turn, ramp up, potentially help us get Carnage Tyrant on turn 4. Well, we won't be doing that anymore. Portable Hole, I was hoping no Azorius, and it is more Zorius, you could say. That's alright, still playing Dinos, still having a good time. Galta, not quite gonna do it for us, but you know it, you love it. Blast Zone. Let's get that Hunt Master back, and we'll go Arni Slays the Troll. It's very rough, we don't have a creature to put those counters on, but that extra mana could come in handy, especially, you know, shifting Ceratops. We could give it haste, Regisaur Alpha. So nothing, unfortunately. Took the risk, but I mean, against a deck like this, not really anything to fight anyway, so I think it's worth the risk. If we have 2 Arni Slays the Trolls, which we do. Kind of want to pop the Blast Zone. Could have another Portable Hole, but yeah, we'll wait. See if they play any other artifacts, perhaps. Pop the Blast Zone, get Hunt Master back. Carnage Tyrant will be reduced to 5. Hopefully be able to give it haste. Oh yes, we were sacrificing one of our lands, so we're not going to be giving Carnage Tyrant haste. That's all right. You know, we got Hunt Master back. Hopefully he doesn't need something. Well, we wouldn't have been able to go Carnage Tyrant anyways. That's quite all right. Marauding Raptor is nice. Wayward Swordtooth as well. Something safe though, I feel. Let's just go Rockfall Vale. Get her done. Stomping Ground. Get that Arni Slays the Troll so we can have 6 next turn. Be able to go Carnage Tyrant, and hopefully that's enough, but it's not looking too good at the moment. Certainly not the best use of Arni, but in a pinch, it is something to keep in mind, where maybe other times you would have just wanted to keep it in hand in case you needed it. Remember, it can ramp. I mean, unfortunately, nothing to put those counters on again, but we'll get Carnage Tyrant down, make something happen, potentially gain 7 life next turn, so, I mean, that's something. Certainly not a very aggressive deck, but those flying sharks from Shark Typhoon can be rough. I could see him just sweeping us, yes. I would imagine they probably have a second sweeper in hand. Perhaps they would have wanted to wait and get a little bit more value. We'll sacrifice this clue here. See if it can get us anything good. Sheltered Thicket. Alrighty. Potentially could have cycled Sheltered Thicket to get maybe something else to play, but we would have only been left with 1 mana. Well, we could have gone Rootbound Crag, so we potentially could have got something to play. But I don't think these Carnage Tyrants are quite gonna do it, this game at least. Certainly bringing in Shifting Ceratops. Maybe we should be starting off with Shifting Ceratops. Certainly if we start facing these control decks a little bit more. Got some fantastic tools. As always, the nerfed Teferi doing some good work. I mean, the combination of both Teferi, it's not a pretty sight.
Hone your prowess.
Let's skip to the good part.
Yeah, I'm definitely missing that Shifting Ceratops. Being able to fly past the 7/7 blue giant whenever they activate all of the storm giants there. Very nice stuff. Another Wrath. Well, I think that that might about do it for this game. We'll see what we draw. Of course, if it's a land, that's rough. I mean, some games you get flooded even when you're at 22, and I've most often been at 22 lands. I'm at 24, 25 right now. Shifting, Death Gorge, yep, big time. Dropping Ripjaw. I say we drop Arni. I do like the counters on Inscription. I mean, there is counters with Arni, but doing stuff at instant speed is always nice. Bringing a Rampaging. We'll leave Galta in there, just in case. Certainly leaving all 4 Carnage Tyrants. Hopefully we get an early Shifting, early Carnage Tyrant, play around some of those sweepers, but they know what we're all about, so if they had any more sweepers in the sideboard, they brought those in. It's not quite as fast as we'd like. Ooh, something. Pray there's no portable hole, but we saw one, so there's probably more. Send that Inscription packing. Hopefully see a Blast Zone. Would be nice taking out a couple portable holes with that. Okay. But win or lose, having a good time. Always nice practicing against a classic control deck like this. Certainly commune. Get a land for the turn. Oh, that Blast Zone. I like the idea of that Blast Zone. We do got our 2 sources of green for Shifting, Carnage Tyrant, that sort of thing. So I think we get the Blast Zone just in case they feel like going portable hole there. Get a nice little bit of damage in. Could make all the difference, perhaps. Likely won't be getting Wayward to 10 permanents this game. We do got Hasty Shifting, hopefully. Can't counter that, as always. Lovely stuff. Fateful Absence, that is good. Oh, more lands. Okay, we're getting closer to that all-important Carnage Tyrant. Let's get the next shifting down. Hopefully it sticks around. Could certainly see a sweeper coming up. It is nice that Clue is helping us get closer to 10 permanents for Wayward Swordtooth. Hopefully everything lasts. We're sitting at 8, so potentially next turn we could get to 10. But we also could cry when they sweep us. That's okay. We got more things coming up at some point. Well, it's not a land, but we'll hold out hope, you know. Taking a little bit from them. Could see a Teferi this turn. Maybe they got that Settle the Wreckage. Certainly makes me rethink bringing in Heroic Intervention, which for anyone that doesn't know, 1 and a green, instant speed. All permanents you control get hexproof and indestructible, so of course that's going to be very nice, protecting against a sweeper there. They do have to play around that, but if they have any extra mana, I can imagine they're going to counter it. Absorb, well. Hopefully next turn we get Regis or Alpha, but yeah, nothing's sticking this match. That's alright. We do have some basics where maybe they were expecting we wouldn't have basics. Could get a little rough though if they destroy too much or we draw more.
Let's slow this down. You know what? I'm not.
Well, I say we probably just go Carnage Tyrant and hope they don't have another sweeper. I'm sure they're holding up some sort of counter, so Regis or Alpha unfortunately would have ate something. That right there certainly could have gotten them their sweeper.
I have practiced against
We'll see if they don't get rid of Carnage Tyrant. Maybe wait for a little bit more value. Certainly don't have to worry about Fateful Absence, which is very nice, but I have considered other ways to give the other dinos hexproof, which seems to do the trick in a lot of cases. I think that's definitely an angle I'd like to explore. Blossoming Defense, 1 green. Target creature gets +2/+2. Could be something. Oh yeah, they're getting a little worried, I think. Frantic inventory, frantically searching. I say we could deal damage, but I don't like Teferi. I feel like taking them out. If they did have a sweeper, both would have died anyways. They would have only been at 10. Figuring they'd find that sweeper with all their frantic searching, drawing. Could be right here, perhaps. Ooh, it looks like it might not be. Maybe we don't have to worry about Settle the Wreckage with this person. Oh, portable holes and... Alright. Oh, and we could potentially slap the 2 counters on something for lethal. They're going to counter this, though. Yes. That's alright. To be expected. They would have probably countered Inscription, I imagine. But we'll just keep swinging and hope they don't get the sweeper. Oh boy, this is tense. Oh, That's too bad. So it would have been better not to get rid of Teferi. That's all right. More lands. Not quite what we want. Always taking a risk. At times it's helped just getting rid of Teferi. Shifting Ceratops would be nice, giving it haste plus slapping those counters on it potentially, but as always they got Fateful Absence, so shifting anything other than Carnage Tyrant isn't going to stick around very long. Okay. Well, they gone through a lot of stuff. So hopefully this Carnage Tyrant does the trick. Definitely nice seeing it give them quite a headache.
I have reached my limit.
I'm leaving this guy in, that's for sure. Oh, one top. Okay, I think that one top is probably something that gets rid of Carnage Tyrant.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Or it's Settle the Wreckage, which I don't like. Well, we'll swing, and we'll hope it's not Settle the Wreckage. If it is, I mean, they're going to settle at some point. Oh, well, I forgot. Instant Speed, Wrath of God. That's okay. Let's get Death Gorge down. Hope they don't have a counter for it, or they just don't care too much. All right, Wrath of God, yeah. Maybe Death Gorge is the thing that helps us get it done. I don't think that's going to be the case, but that's all right.
We will meet again. That's more like it.
I think that's only been 3. Yeah, we got 4 Carnage Tyrant, so maybe we see that hasty shifting Ceratops. Hopefully they don't have another Fateful Absence in hand. And that might do it.
I am not making this up as I go.
Oh, shifting. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, haste, yeah. That's not going to help you because you cannot block it. Oh. Well, you can do that, so... Death Gorge Scavenger it is. Man, that is a lot of removal and a lot of counters. Maybe we get another shifting Ceratops. We've gone through 1, 2,
Let's try this.
2 Fateful Absence. So good chance they don't have a third one in hand. Well, good chance they don't have a 4th Fateful Absence. Alright, well, let's see. Oh, I forgot. Well, okay, that's going to do it. Hopefully it's not back-to-back Azorius. I mean, it was, of course, very nice. I think 2 nights ago, taking down Azorius Control back-to-back. Great way to start things out. Primal Might did pretty fantastically taking out a Strict Proctor. So the following turn, they weren't able to go Lotus Field without sacrificing 2 lands. That was... They just instantly conceded that game in particular, but I think that probably tilted them a little bit when we took out their Strict Proctor. It was a thing of beauty. Minamino. Oh, yeah, definitely like the looks of that. Turn 1, Sheltered Thicket. Turn 2, Rootbound. I'm seeing some Gyruda nonsense. Funny business. That could be rough. Yeah. Ooh. Would be very nasty if they got a Galta from that. Oh boy. Well, have to cross our fingers that doesn't happen. Or a Carnage Tyrant. Really, anything could be quite nasty. But, you know, I feel like we might have a good chance of stuff living. There are some nasty colors being Demir, so that probably isn't going to be the case. Sultai, well, that's also not too good, but it's seeming like we might get the classic, fantastic Marauding plus Ripjaw. Perhaps that's enough to do it. I mean, if we draw land next turn, go Hasty Carnage Tyrant, I think that the opponent is going to be quaking in their boots. Back up against the wall. Between a Dino and a hard place. Oh, okay, well, yeah. Chances are looking up. I'm glad they haven't interrupted us, haven't done that fantastic turn 1 Thoughtseize. Well, we'll get our land for the turn. Hopefully keep the dream of Carnage Tyrant alive. Could have potentially gone Marauding Raptor, but they may have some kill all our stuff shenanigans, so let's just play Arni. We haven't seen any creatures yet. Of course, there is Gyruda, and they could have other stuff, but Arni could help us get it done. Maybe they're thinking of countering it, perhaps? Negate, well. I mean, it wasn't doing a whole lot for us, especially the turn we play it, so we'll just get a bunch of damage in. So we got a negate to contend with, which something like negate isn't going to do a whole lot for him. Certainly keep that in mind. Maybe cut for... Never mind. Alrighty. Extinction event is good, that's for sure. Also, Binding of the Old Gods, good stuff as well. Second counter, able to search for a triumph. I mean, that is pretty fantastic stuff. Ripjaw Raptor, okay. Just glad there's no Essence Scatter. Shifting Ceratops, maybe next turn would be nice. Or a land, get closer to that Carnage Tyrant. I'll have to keep Extinction Event in mind. I think bringing in the package of Death Gorge Scavenger plus Rampaging Ferocidon is going to help with Extinction Event next game not being so one-sided. That's also pretty good positive. Trying to spread out odd and even stuff. Oh, there's the Gyruda. Yeah. They killed a lot. And he's coming down, so at the very least, they're not going to get Galta because we have the only copy in our deck when they mill stuff here. Certainly haven't seen this deck in quite some time, but it's pretty fun. You never know what you're going to get. Oh, was that all lands? Oh, nothing much good for them. Marionette Master, it's something. All right, a 4/6, yeah. Carnage Tower next turn. I mean, they both have Death Touch. And we're not able to kill anything, so we got to get a body next turn or we die. Small downside to Wayward, but I think there's definitely good possibilities with it. Certainly some risk, depending what you're facing. There could be a good chance you don't get to 10 permanents able to use Wayward. Could potentially fight with Inscription of Abundance next turn after the Death Touch has went away on these guys here. Could also see another negate to stop that Inscription of Abundance. But it would be nice gaining 7 life, taking out one of those guys. Kind of interesting they didn't attack though. Not a whole lot to do though. Could have grabbed Ripjaw Raptor, but I feel that he was going to eat something. Shifting Ceratops, they got some blue stuff. Potentially counter spells as well. Let's see. Ripjaw, not a whole lot. We're fighting. Inscription could help us fight something, but we'll drop Arni. Bring in Death Gorge. There's a lot of stuff to eat in the graveyard with this deck, so Death Gorge could be pretty nice. Maybe drop a couple Hunt Master. Just because it is mainly something else at 2, even costed creature, and want to again spread out and have a little bit more balance between odd and even. Make them really think about that extinction event, which I would expect is coming up at some point, since it was so devastating for us the previous game. Well, it's not snowing at the very least. I shoveled about a couple hours today, salted quite a bit, about 10, 15 kilograms all along the sidewalk. That's not going to do it. That's much better. Yes, yes. I think we'll drop Commune just because we're not going to go Commune turn 1. Take the turn off and go Sheltered Thicket. Yeah. Could be good. Could be good. Certainly would expect them to have some sort of spell in the graveyard by turn 3, so Death Gorge can survive Marauding Raptor. Or potentially we just go Commune with Dinosaurs next turn, so Marauding Raptor for 1, Commune for 1 to get a non-creature in the graveyard, and then we play Death Gorge for 1. Pretty efficient stuff there. But they're killing the Hunt Master. At least we didn't have another copy in hand, so that is one positive. Yeah, land it is. Yeah, Legion's End. That can be nasty, but at least they took out Hunt Master, which we did reduce the number of copies we brought in for this game. Probably thinking of killing Marauding Raptor here. Hopefully Wayward sticks around. We can go that 5th land. Would be nice. I don't think he's too threatening for him. Certainly didn't do a whole lot for us the previous game, so I think they'll definitely let him resolve. Nothing too crazy there. Or they'll do something to someone. Guess they were waiting on Death Gorge Scavenger since they know we have it in hand. Legion's End, alrighty. yeah, we got some more basics. I mean, could be pretty rough only having one more. I really like at least 4 basic lands just to help for situations like that. Field of Ruin, Assassin's Trophy, which you don't see too much nowadays, but stuff like that definitely doesn't mess us up when they take out a land and we have no basics at all. Well, we'll try and get to 10 permanents. We're getting there. Getting pretty close. Nice little bit of damage on them too. Oh, we could potentially get to 10 next turn. I don't think that's going to be the case, especially if they go Extinction Event here, which I think is a definite possibility. Yeah, that's alright. Some nights are rougher than others. It's going to happen that way every so often. Do our best, learn something from it, as always. Mastermind's acquisition, I think, is going to get them something nasty, to say the least. Would be nice if they revealed it, but it's going to be nasty. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got 10. All right, swinging. Lots of damage. Let's hope both of them survive. I mean, if anything, take out Wayward Swordtooth. Or just both. Okay, that is what I expected. As always, if we get Shifting Ceratops next turn, hasty, that's gonna hopefully get it done. Not the case. Alright. He landed. Okay. Here goes nothing. That's a lot of lands. Well, it's okay. That can't kill Shifting Ceratops. Well, I mean, it can't anyways, but... Carnage Tarn. Okay, good buddy. That might be our ticket. Gonna have to watch out for that. Oh, no, you cannot kill it. That's for sure. Oh boy. Well, hopefully Garuda doesn't get anything too intense. Carnage Tarn. That's alright. That's how it goes. They had a lot of good stuff. A lot of removal, which certainly is the trick against a deck like Dinos. But yeah, that Heroic Intervention. Wouldn't have done anything against Extinction Event, just because it is not actually targeting an exile, gets around indestructible. But for other things, those sweepers there against Azorius, certainly that would have helped. But we'll get it done. Persevere. Take them down at some point. Hopefully we face something with maybe a few more creatures than that Garuda and Azorius would be nice. Maybe that's just how things are at the moment. Or the algorithm is taking pity on creature-heavy decks and really just not making them face us dinos with all this fighting. Yeah, you never know. Could be a conspiracy there. Bepta. Nah, no idea what they got. But it's a Karn. Maybe it's a artifact ramp. A little bit low on the interaction. Not exactly what I'd want to see. Rootbound Crag turn 1. Hope for some land. Nice seeing those Inscription of Abundance. Mulligan. Okay. We can work with that. Definitely. We'll send Galta to the bottom. Played a little safer in the land department. I do like Wayward. Let's grab Sheltered Thicket instead. Green. Mono green. Looks like it might be mono green. Which, I think we did face a mono green last night. That was quite rough. Nasty stuff. Gruel. Shamans, perhaps. Oh, just normal gruel. Okay. Zartad does fantastic work. Carnage Tyrant early on, not so much. But Anger of the Gods is going to be very helpful for us. We'll take Brawler, yeah. We'll taking all these guys out. That's going to be good. Double for the hate Brawler. Wow, man, that Anger of the Gods. It is nice if we can take a game from them without revealing we have a sweeper like that, but I don't think that's going to be the case. We're going to be firing on all cylinders coming up. Well, I mean, 3, 2, yeah, that's going to do it, unfortunately. Certainly keeping Ripjaw Raptor in against this deck, but yes, Anger of the Gods, smoke 'em. That's the name of the game. Could potentially drop Huntmaster, but I think we'll cut the Carnage Tyrants. Yeah. Hopefully we get some of those fighting spells in conjunction with Wayward Swordtooth there. Take out some of their key things. Ooh, we're keeping that. Definitely. Ripjaw Raptor, turn 3 against a deck like Gruel. It does the trick a lot of the time. Very unwise thing to swing into. So we'll cross our fingers they don't have a stomp, but I mean, a deck like this is bound to have some number of Bone Crusher Giant in, so I think Huntmaster might eat something. Two Wayward could be good. Potentially next turn we just go Huntmaster, Wayward Swordtooth, Wayward Swordtooth, depending if we get a fourth land. Hopefully this Huntmaster sticks around. Ooh, it does. Phew. Always scary stuff there. I do like Ripjaw though. I really like Ripjaw. Blast Zone could help us get it done. Take out the Mammoth. Well, they have something at 1, 2, and 3, but certainly Blast Zone at some point taking out whatever they have at the most mana cost. 3, probably a lot of stuff at 2, but yeah, let's just do Blast Zone, Ripjaw Raptor, get that fantastic blocker down. I mean, I expect a land coming down next turn, so we'll probably be swung with the Kazandu Mammoth there. Hopefully that's not the case. Fabled Passage would be very rough, getting one land, second one. Luckily that did not happen. Burning Tree attacking. Why are you doing that? Huh. But we're not going to block that. I imagine they would sacrifice the Hashep Oasis, get Kazandu to 8, and it would take out Huntmaster. All right, it looks like the chat moderation actually blocked a bot tonight. Good stuff. Hasn't happened in quite some time. Very rarely do they seem to block the bots, but just did it there. All right. Ooh, it's not a fight spell, but we got some good stuff coming down. Hunt Master for 2. Make both Waywards cost 1. That's going to be good. Ooh, all right, and we can use them to block. So I think that's going to be the ticket. The thing that helps us win it. Swing with Ripjaw just because we got those 2 fantastic 5/5s in Wayward Swordtooth. Get them a little bit lower in preparation for a nice swing coming up. See if they leave enough up to sacrifice a Hashep Oasis here. So if they do sacrifice it, Voltaic Brawler, Kazandu. You know what, let's double block the Voltaic Brawler just to get it out of here. They wouldn't sacrifice a Hash-Up Oasis anyways, because that still wouldn't help them take out both of them. But it would help them take out one, so... Oh, well. Embercleave. That would get things done. Yes. Oh, Inscription of Abundance. I was actually hoping we would get that. So, we're going to hold that up next turn. We got the 5. We will fight whatever they attach Embercleave to while it's on the stack and make it happen that way. Just a 5. Now they can sacrifice Ashep Oasis at instance B. Let's see. Six. All right. It is time. Oh. Hopefully that's enough to get it done. I mean, a lot of life gain against a deck like this is nice. Oh, Marauding Raptor. Well, that might not do it. 8. We could deal 9 to them here, but of course they can put Embercleave on Burning Tree. It would deal 6 plus Land War. 7. Actually, they can put Embercleave on Burning Tree, sacrifice a Hashep Oasis. Let's see. I think we'll leave everything up. We're just too low. See what they do here. If they don't attack, we'll put a second charge counter on Blast Zone. Take out Burning Tree Emissary. I'm thinking Ripjaw Raptor to block the burning tree. Hopefully we'll get 2 from it. I think it will be 3, 6. So yeah, it's going to hit us twice before killing Ripjaw Raptor. So we would draw 2 cards in that instance. Oh, all right. Fantastic stuff. Yep. Blast Zone. Get her gone. Arni Slays the Troll to fight whoever we need. And that's going to be pretty sweet. Guess Arni Slays the Troll could have taken out Burning Tree Emissary, which would have been better now that I think about it. Oh, Anger of the Gods. That could be nice. 3 to put it on. Let's see. Yeah, still a little bit too low. It could be lethal next turn, depending what they do. Yes, okay. So it's good. I was worried about a stomp if we did swing with Ripjaw there. Oh, good stuff. I was worried they'd slap that Ember Cleave on the Bone Crusher. Luckily, they did not. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to smoke them. Big time. Ouch. Oh, man, that is a thing of beauty. Ooh. This is a pretty intense match, my goodness. Narnam Renegade. Yeah, with that, well, we're gaining a bunch of life. Pretty fantastic amount. Would like another Anger of the Gods, but that's not the case. We'll get Sheltered Thicket. Cycle it. Maybe it gets us something nice. Oh, another land. Not quite what we're looking for, but alrighty. Yes. I was getting worried there. My goodness. That was scary stuff. Ember Cleave. Not so nice. Certainly makes me reconsider bringing in something like Thrashing Brontodon. Fantastic. Which might be something I do down the line. It is nice being a 3-4. Pretty good fight target for a wide variety of stuff, and for toughness does survive Anger of the Gods whenever we do bring it in. I say we just keep it as is. That Anger of the Gods was clutch indeed. Pretty much just goes fast as possible. Prioritize an Anger of the Gods. It's going to be nice if we can see it in first hand. Maybe we mulligan once. Well, that's... I think that's definitely keeper. Unfortunately, no Anger of the Gods, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I mean, Narnam Renegade with Death Touch. For anyone that doesn't know, something with Death Touch and Trample can get through basically all its damage, which is pretty fantastic stuff. You only have to assign lethal damage to a creature that's blocking you, so with Death Touch, lethal damage would be 1. I was hoping for Anger of the Gods, and we got it. So let's go with the Cragcrown. Lock in 2 sources of red. Of course, we could have 2 sources with Stomping Ground there, but I don't want to take any damage I don't have to. Brush fire, that's alright. Oh, I'll be taking out all that next turn. We'll certainly block Zertog Goblin if... Well, I don't know. Maybe we take it. We go Ripjaw Raptor instead. Actually, no, let's not block. I mean, it is fairly low, of course, but we'll try for that always fantastic marauding plus Ripjaw. Draw some stuff next turn. Anger of the Gods gonna do some good work. Leave marauding back to block something big. Won't be able to block Brushfire Elemental. Yeah, that definitely seems like it's gonna do good for us. And crop, that's not too bad. Certainly they're targeting Ripjaw Raptor here. Hopefully we don't go too low. Right. Well, only taken 3. That's actually pretty decent. Anything we want to do beforehand? No, no. Just good old Anger of the Gods. Bam. All right. Then we got next turn. Could potentially go Inscription of Abundance. Regis or Alpha might be nice. Marauding plus Wayward Swordtooth, also pretty fantastic stuff. I say we just go Regis or Alpha, use up all our available mana. If we did go Marauding plus Wayward, we'd be left over with 1. And yeah, let's be as efficient as possible. That's going to do it, especially with Inscription there, being able to fight Inscription for the maximum amount, putting those counters on probably the token, just because it does have Trample. Got to watch out for that Lair of the Hydra, though. Oh, well, Rootbound, Wayward. That will do it. Yes. Slap 2 counters from Inscription on somebody that isn't blocked. That is nasty damage right there. Oh my goodness. We persevered against a nasty, pretty hyper-aggressive Gruul. I haven't faced variation quite that aggressive in some time, but it does good work. Luckily, we played around that Embercleave. Got her done with Anger of the Gods. As always, it's done fantastic work in the past, and it did fantastic work here. Man, that was good. Gotta love that. I was hoping for some creature-based matchup, and we got it. Right, what time are we sitting at? One more match, I think? Yeah, let's do one more. Fairly early in the night. Always nice starting a little bit early. Matt Cullens. Vampires. Something to do with the Twilight series. The family of vampires on those movies were called the Cullens. So, could be nasty stuff. That's not so great either. But we'll keep it. Kind of rough. Kind of awkward. I think we can make it work. Depending what we draw, Arni Slays the Troll might help us play something on turn 3 with that ramp. So could help us play that Ripjaw Raptor there. Hopefully that's not the case and we draw Huntmaster or Marauding here coming up. Seems like there's going to be some nice things to fight. Kind of worried about this vehicles deck. I faced it today on my phone and man, that was very rough stuff. But yes, definitely got to get Ripjaw down. Certainly, I think it's going to be nice Anger of the Gods next game. Taking out some of these pilots, things that help facilitate a vehicles deck. Hopefully it slows them down enough. Wonder what they're thinking about. Maybe they have some ninjas in the mix here. They want to do something. Putting us to sleep here. We're already a little tired and that might put us right out. My goodness. Not too much to consider. Maybe they're holding up a counter for whatever we play right now. That would be pretty rough. Could be nice next turn. Fighting two things with both inscriptions would be nice to wait it out and be able to go inscription for 5, but that might be what we do next turn. Inscription for 2 and inscription for 2. We'll gain a little bit of life from the third counter on Arni Slays the Troll, so nice getting a little bit higher. Certainly wouldn't expect him to attack with both hotshot mechanics here. That just wouldn't make sense. Perhaps if they have some sort of ninja, one would get through and then they'd ninjutsu the one that's hitting us. Oh, more inscription. That's interesting. We'll definitely have options depending what they do. Certainly swing with Ripjaw, see if they have any shenanigans up their sleeve. Well, I would like to fight at least one, see if it draws out something they have, some counter spell. If we can take out both hotshot mechanics, that's going to be nice. Well, let's just fight the other one. Certainly expected disruption protocol at some point tonight. Man, it's just doing fantastic work. In a lot of cases, it's counterspell, basically, which rough stuff. Perhaps tonight I tweak and bring in some more counterspell protection, which I was thinking of doing tonight, working on it today, but I thought I'd go the fighting route. Yeah, I definitely was thinking maybe it was better to wait, but they don't have too much in hand. Certainly commune, hopefully it gets us that next land, Huntmaster. All right. Still have 2 for another inscription. Yeah, hard to say. Certainly could have been better, but we'll swing with the Ripjaw, see if they do anything to it. Maybe take out the hotshot mechanic again, but I think we'll wait for the full inscription for 5 coming up here. Always nice being able to react to something since inscription is at instant speed, so could see something coming up. Certainly going to be keeping in mind if they have 2 up for disruption protocol there. They only have Clearwater and Mistgate. Okay. So we don't have to worry about disruption protocol this turn, it looks like. Oh, Greasefang. Well, okay. Sky Sovereign. All right. So this specifically, this is a deck I faced today when I was playing around. Esper vehicles with Greasefang. So we're putting a pause just before combat. We let Greasefang get down, and then we fight Greasefang with Ripjaw, so that they don't get Sky Sovereign. This exact interaction actually happened to me, and it owes us because we didn't have any sort of instant speed interaction. Man, I'm happy it's specifically paying off for us. Whew. All right, the importance of inscription. There is various other ways to interact at instant speed, of course, but nope. We want to maintain the possibility of Carnage Tyrant. Commune. Get that. Oh, that was close. I almost thought we want to get a land. But we want to get a land. Galta would be nice. Sitting at 6 right now, so we couldn't play her anyways. Gotta be a land. Could be Regisaur Alpha, which we still would be swinging effectively for 7 when we give Regisaur haste, but I'd like Carnage Tyrant better, and I mean, well, it was lethal. Anyways, math is hard. Whew, okay, so we're certainly keeping Inscription of Abundance in. Shifting Ceratops, definitely, to hopefully be a little bit more resilient against those disruption protocols and probably other counter spells that they have. Wayward Swordtooth, it's a pretty good fight target, but I think we can drop Arni Slays the Troll. Could also maybe drop Anger of the Gods, or bring in Anger of the Gods. Would take out, well, a wide range of stuff, hopefully. Actually, kind of like Deathgorge Scavenger. When I get stuff into the graveyard, we can exile that massive vehicle. Hopefully they only have one massive vehicle. Let's do Deathgorge and not Anger. Kind of like maybe cutting Carnage Tyrant. Yeah, 3 Carnage Tyrant. All right. Prioritizing that Inscription of Abundance. Take out that Okiba Gang Shinobi, I think it was. No, that's not the name. Greasefang. Take out Greasefang before combat. That's the trick. The ticket to success against this deck, it seems. Yeah, I'm definitely happy to keep that. Perhaps they have portable holes in this deck. They are in some amount of white, but yeah, we'll go Stomping Ground, then Lair of the Hydra next turn. Haven't seen any portable holes with this Esper Vehicles variation, but that certainly could be a possibility. Perhaps they see how key our 2-drops are, so maybe they're doing something with portable hole. We do have Blast Zone that would take it out if, well, could also take out Glass Casket as well. a little sad that we're not getting anything this turn, but we'll put the second charge counter on Blast Zone with Lair of the Hydra and Stomping Ground. Probably won't pop Blast Zone next turn. We'll want to drop maybe Ripjaw Raptor. Gonna have to watch out for that disruption protocol though. They got 4 sources of blue. Man, I definitely expect a disruption protocol if they have a bunch of mana up. So we might just go shifting. Oh. Interesting. Oh, okay. Put it onto the battlefield. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that gets the vehicles, yeah. Hopefully it's nothing too nasty. Oh, yes. That's... Oh, hey, hold on a second. This is also why you do Inscription of Abundance. Man, that is a thing of beauty. Instant speed, Swiss Army knife variation. I said it at the start of the stream tonight. You can use Inscription of Abundance to slap the counters on something and save it. And we save Marauding Raptor. Hopefully that helps us out in the long run, being able to do some good stuff. Well, yeah. Regisaur Alpha, if they don't have 2 blue up, let's go Regisaur. Go for a pretty massive swing this turn. Hope that's enough. I mean, a pretty good chance we get Ghalta next turn. Not today is right. Backs against the wall. All it's going to take next turn would be shifting Ceratops, pretty much. Oh, yes. Whew. I'm glad I got some experience against this Esper Vehicles list today. Certainly is very scary getting all those legendary vehicles or just big, nasty vehicles from the graveyard. It does some pretty fantastic stuff. I mean, if I wasn't so hard in Dinos, I might try something to do with vehicles. I think there's definitely something there. I mean, it killed us this afternoon. I was trying to get a nice recording, but it was not so nice. I'm glad we finished tonight off on a high note. Fantastic stuff. Very, very exciting. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I think that'll do it for tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I had a pretty good time. Luckily, we featured some of the new stuff that's doing some fantastic work. I mean, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty has a lot of power to it. I think it's a nice change from the original Kamigawa, which, if any of you guys know, was not so good. Quite bad, actually. I mean, we got Snake Tribal, which was what I started off with almost 2 decades ago now. My goodness. Yeah. Fantastic night tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed, as always. Probably be back tomorrow night, I would imagine. Maybe with some tweaks to this list or the next installment of Free Dino. So yeah. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. Remember, there is always room for improvement. Have a good one.